Using your spell it and your title.
My name's Aaron Freeman, Deputy Director, Gilmer County EMA, AARON, FREEMAN.
And tell me about the search steps you've taken to try and find Mr. Townsend.
Okay, what we know right now, that approximately 6 o'clock Sunday evening, we got a call of a report of Mr. Townsend become missing. By 8 o'clock, we had crews out here, law enforcement and Gilmer County Search and Rescue crews arrived on the scene to evaluate and found that he was missing. Family members stated that he was last seen in the area of his residence, which is further on down the road, Ridgeway Church Road here. We do know that he is 68 years old. He has a lot of mental issues. He is an Alzheimer's patient and a dementia patient and a war veteran, so we don't know if that's playing into effect that they're missing or not right now. He's dealing with some adverse conditions, heat, humidity, terrain. The terrain here is very unforgiving. It's very thick brush, very hilly, very steep in some areas, and there is some water areas that could be a factor also. At this point, we have exhausted efforts as far as multiple counties: Fannin County, Dawson County, Chatsworth. We even have Murray County coming, Pickens County. We've asked for GSAR Area 6 to assist us in the search. We'll also have...
pardon, just to, okay. But you used an acronym which...
GSAR?
Yeah.
It's Georgia Search and Rescue Associates. Georgia's GSAR Search and Rescue teams. The Georgia Search and Rescue. We have DNR people. We've exhausted several resources to conduct this search over the last 48 hours. We will continue to search continuously until we come up with more definitive answers as to whereabouts Mr. Townsend is. He goes by the name Tater. That's what he's known as in the local community, as Tater. Like I said, he's dealing with some harsh conditions, and at this point it's a very hard search, especially for the personnel, and if he is in fact out there.
Right. I mean, his physical limitations, does he have any kind of limp? Does he have breathing issues, anything that could...
He does have some medical issues that could hinder him, some breathing problems, and he does have a walking issue. As far as the disability is concerned, I'm not really sure what the issue is on it. It does hinder him in the ability to maneuver in this terrain.
But I mean, it's harsh. It's harsh conditions. It's steep terrain, but there's also, I guess, another possibility, because you're not that far. If he went down the road, he might have gotten picked up on one of those truck routes.
Right. There's several ways this subject could be missing from. He could be missing by land, he could be missing by water. The lake's near here on the other side of the search area. There's a major truck route, which is Highway 282, which is right down the road here. He could have been picked up, which we've put messages out throughout the state and community to see about if anybody can come up with any information on his whereabouts. There is several other natural hindrances that could be, as far as snakes. I know our search crews encountered a couple of timber rattlers the other night. So that plays into effect is searching also, is we might have to avoid certain areas if we find snakes like that and other harmful conditions.
Right. And I don't know if you know this, but how is the family doing?
The family, from what I'm told, is doing okay. Their understanding of the situation at this time, obviously they're a little distraught as to why he's missing. They want him found, which we're working on every effort to locate him for them.
Do you have anything?
Yeah, I understand. Somebody told me that the family said he had gone off before like this.
He has wandered off before, from what we know about, but it's been for a very short period of time. And like I said, with Alzheimer's and dementia patients, if that does play an effect of why he wandered off, it could eventually take over his body and his mind, and he could go for a long ways before his body finally gave up.
Are you dredging any ponds? Are you running in any water? That you have boats out there now too?
So that's what I was getting into. Our next current actions is we're going to start conducting grid searches of specific areas. That's what we're doing right now. We also have crews going out, swiftwater crews, going to be putting in the boats in the local ponds that are here to pole around, see if it's deep enough. If there's evidence that he could be in these ponds, we will activate our dive team to dive these ponds.
And you mentioned a lake. Is it big enough it's got a name, or is it
Carter's Lake? Carter's Lake is within. It's probably within 1.5 miles of this location on the back side of the terrain, on that side of the area.
Several have said they thought they seen him, but have you had anybody, any neighbors or anything that positively identified him when he first left?
We had one credible identification, which was at 10 o'clock Sunday night, that saw him heading towards an area down the road here, which was a Highlands area, which is a Christian group that they conduct business down there and outings for kids and stuff like that. And that was the last known sighting. And GSP FLIR helicopter Sunday night also spotted him towards a different location, kind of bouncing back and forth. And by the time we could get crews out there, he had been moving or had moved that we couldn't make contact with him.
So he's getting around apparently.
He supposedly is getting around. We don't know if he's still getting around at this point in time. I do know that GSP is bringing 2 more helicopters in today. One should be here within the next 30 minutes. One more this evening that supposedly has some different technology on it that they're going to try to use to check for heat signatures along with the FLIR unit.
Okay. I think that'll do it.